Welcome everybody, this is John Lord Caguicla and I will be presenting my application entitled Conversion Body. As you can see, this is the first page of the application, including its logo, name, which is Conversion Body, its quotation, your friendly converter application is here, and two different buttons. If you try to click About button, it will direct you to the developers page, which consists of developers information. And if you try to click up the proceed button, it will proceed you to the main page of the application that consists its different features. This is the main page of the application, which shows three different features. It includes weight converter, a weight calculator or converter that converts kilograms to pounds and vice versa. The next is the height converter, which is a height calculator or converter that converts feet to centimeters and vice versa. And the last feature is the money converter or a money calculator or converter that converts Philippine peso to other currency. So I will be showing the three different features of this application. If you click the button weight converter, it will proceed you to the weight convert feature of the application. So this is the page of the feature of the weight converter, the application. This page shows the icon and title of the weight converter and the description of the weight converter feature converting kilograms to pounds and vice versa. It also includes a slider where every step of the slider provides a definite value of kilograms and its converted value into pounds. I chose sliders because it is way more convenient that you just need to move the slider in order to get the result of the value that you want to convert. So if the value 380 kilograms is the value that you want to convert, it will be resulting to 838 pounds and vice versa, that the value of 838 pounds you want to convert it to kilograms, the result will be 380 kilograms. This page also shows three different buttons where you can access other features of the application: money converter, height converter, and the home. So this is the page of the height converter, another feature of the application Conversion Body, which you can convert centimeters into feet and vice versa. The only difference is the measurement and the formula to convert centimeters to feet. It has the same design of the weight converter where every time you move the slider, it shows different values of centimeters that is already being computed into feet. It has three different buttons where you can access the other features of the application. So this is the money converter page. It shows the money converter icon and the title money converter and its description of converting different currency to Philippine peso. This is different from the other two converter where the design is way too different from the height converter and weight converter, where I provided a picker where it shows you options what you want to convert. So if you want to convert US dollar to Philippine peso, just click the option US dollar to Philippine peso. And there is also an entry box where you can input the value that you want to convert. For example, you want to convert $1 to Philippine peso. There is a button named Convert where it is programmed with the formula of different conversion of the money. So once you click it will display a message, the result. I'll start explaining the code of the weight converter. This is the code of the text or value of the centimeters, and I have referenced the X name of the slider to that text, so every time you move the slider, it has the value of the slider and it updates the value of the centimeters. I have limited the value of the slider to 0 to 5,000, and this code right here is the value of the slider, and I have binded it to the name centimeters or variables and cm. I will be using it for the computation for later. So this code right here is the text that shows the value of the computed value of centimeters to feet. I have binded it cm tft or centimeters to feet, and I will be using it for the C# code for later. So this is the C# code of the content page of the height page. This three right here is the code where the buttons where it will proceed you to the different features of the application, and this code right here is where I binded my code into a view model. A view model is a class that represents the states and behavior of the user interface. This is the C# code of the height convert view model. I chose a view model because it shows the properties that represents the user interface. This iNotify property change is the real-time update of every time the user moves or do something with the system. It notifies the system. I first initialized the value of centimeters, and then I also initialized the value of the step sliders. I chose 1, so every time you move the slider is scaled into 1, so the value will get smaller. And then this code right here is the getter and setters, where I get the value of centimeters from the sliders, and then I set the value of the computed or the converted value of centimeters to feet. This setter is where I update the value of the centimeters every time the user moves the slider. And this code right here is where I set the text of the UI every time the user moves the slider. So this code right here is this one, and this is the formula of converting centimeters to feet. I also initialized slider steps earlier and scaled it to this. So this is the method to inform the real-time change of the value of the slider. This is just for the scaling the step of this slider, and I have put this code so that every time the user changes the slider, so I could update the value that has been computed from this. And this is the C# code of the weight convert view model, where the logic is the same with the height converter, and I just changed the value of the formula to calculate the conversion of kilograms to pounds. It is just the same, and I have just changed the variables and the value for the formula in converting the kilograms to pounds. This is the C# code of the money page. This is different from the height converter and weight converter because I used the content where I coded the logic of the button. First, I will be initializing the string of selected currency to empty. This selected currency is from the picker. This data right here is the selected currency. This code is to get the value of the selected currency here that I will be using for the conditions for later. For example, if the selected currency is the same text with this US dollar to Philippine peso, it will then proceed to the next statement. Since the user will be typing the value he wants to convert, it could be into different forms. So if the user inputted a whole number with no decimals, and since the conversion of money has always decimals, I will be converting whole number of that has been inputted by the user to double, so that the result of the converted value will display the exact one. This is the formula that will convert the user inputted value depending on the selected currency, and this code right here will display the converted value, and the next statements will be from different selected currency like Japanese yen to Philippine peso, KSR real to, and these are the codes for the button where it will direct you to different features. Okay, so that's it. Once again, I am John Lord Caguicla, and this is my application conversion buddy, your friendly converter application. I hope you understand and enjoyed my presentation. Thank you.